Welcome to Practically Tactical on Target, brought to you by the Firearms Radio Network. Practically Tactical on Target is a show dedicated to sharing with you some of the best product or services in the firearms industry. Don't forget to listen to the Practically Tactical show here on the Firearms Radio Network as well. New episodes drop every Sunday at noon Central Standard Time and feature some of the most well-known figures in the firearms industry. For more information on the Practically Tactical show, please visit practacpodcast.com. On this episode of Practically Tactical on Target, we are talking with one of my favorite people in the whole world, Sandi from Offhand Gear. How are you, Sandi?
Good, Nick.
Well, thank you for coming on. And before we get started here, what's your website and where can people find you on social media?
Website is offhandgear.com, and we are on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Pinterest, and probably almost anywhere else.
Pinterest. There's no Practically Tactical Pinterest yet. Maybe I should look into that.
You should. You should.
Totally get that and some cookie recipes. But let's move on here. And for those that maybe aren't familiar with Offhand Gear, please go check them out. They have an awesome Facebook page. Sandi is super nice. I think you give away stuff every week on your Facebook page, or every day almost. You give away a lot of cool stuff. Super awesome person in the firearms industry. Please go check out Offhand Gear. So we met at SHOT Show. Had an awesome time meeting you. You were absolutely swamped at NRA show, or I'm sorry, SHOT Show, and so with the new Norb at the Frog Lube booth, and but before we talk about the Norb, because I absolutely love it and I did a review on it, how did Offhand Gear start? How did this come about?
Well, actually, I got into shooting probably about 2.5 years ago. My husband took me to the range, and kind of the typical hubby taking the wife to the range gig, it was like so much fun. I was like, oh my gosh, why have I not done this before? This is so much fun. And really got into it. And so for Christmas, naturally, he gets to go to the range and the gun stores to go shopping for me, which excites him. But he couldn't find anything for me, so he was really disappointed. The only thing he found for me was like one shirt, and it was a local range, and it had their logo on it, and that's all there was. And so we had a conversation about how disappointed he was that he just really couldn't find anything. He'd been on the internet, he'd been all over, he couldn't find something fun for me. And then that was at Christmas time, and then late January on one of my drives home, I literally was kind of like thinking. I mean, I had over an hour commute, so I would either crank the tunes or think, and it just kind of popped into my head. Actually, the first one to pop into my head was "Mine's Tighter." That T-shirt was my very. And then after that, the PMS came to my mind, and then the marriage tips one came to my mind, and I was cracking up. I mean, I was literally like laughing while I was driving home. And then actually the name, Offhand, part of the name came into my mind too, because they're sarcastic and they're a little off, and that being a style of shooting. And so I got home and I'm cracking myself up. I walk in the door, I'm kind of laughing, and he's like, "What the heck?" And I told him my ideas. And he's like, "Oh my God, you have to do this." And I said, "I have to do what?" He's like, "There's your next business." He's like, "You love design, you've been in interior design, and he's like, there's your next business. You need to do this." And so literally that night, I ordered a Mac, I ordered Photoshop, I bought the domain name, and here we are.
And we'll go into it a little bit here. We'll kind of start covering some of the products you wear there, because people might be curious as to what you're throwing out there. You're talking about T-shirts.
Yes.
And so we have... just to kind of run through a few of the shirts here, we have the best 8 marriage tips I ever got from a magazine. Am I reading that right?
Yes. Yes. And it's a play on Cosmo. Women always read Cosmo and men read Maxim. I'm like, us girls go to the range and our husbands are a lot nicer to us.
And then, of course, we have the PMS shirt, which is Packing My Sidearm, which is awesome. We have then, of course, what you talked about, the Mine's Tighter T-shirt. So it's like, a circle target with obviously a way better shot than I can do. I'm assuming that's your real life shots on the shirt, right? And you just
Sure, yeah,
scanned
let's
it.
go with that. Let's
Yeah.
go with that.
So obviously on the shirt it says "Mine's tighter," and then you also have the pink shirt, but pleasure in nailing the kill zone. Guns are for girls. 6 rounds, 2 holes. And then probably a very popular shirt has to be "Keep Calm, I Carry Small Arms" with a
Yes,
T-Rex on there.
yes.
And you
And then the
have
new Gun Bunny shirt.
the Gun Bunny shirt, yes. You have like a Lady Punisher. You have a Camo Kitty. Um, Obviously, they're all really cool designs shirts. But they're kind of more than just cool designs too. These shirts are really, really well made.
Yes, yes. That was another thing that was big in our conversations over developing the whole line was um, American Apparel is probably one of the biggest companies I use, but everything is all American made. They're very soft, they're very, and we use a lot of 50-50 blends, so you don't have stretching and you don't have shrinking and you don't have a lot of the issues you have with a lot of the t-shirts. So, that was another thing is when you have a really cool shirt that you want to wear a lot, you don't want it wearing out in 6 months either. So our shirts are a little more expensive than others, but they're gonna last you.
Yeah, well, they're not that expensive.
Okay.
For any other firearms related T-shirt, they are absolutely in line. You also offer some tank tops, some V-cut shirts, so everything out there. So all the guys that are out there listening that might think, no, you need to get these shirts for your lady friends, definitely. And so obviously, again, everything's American made, really good cotton. I've had opportunity to see and feel the shirts, fantastic stuff. But let's move on to really what I think, should we say, puts you on the map, if that's the right term.
Yeah.
So Offhand Gear makes some kind of pistol and rifle bags. So they have like a soft case rifle bag, but what they're really known for is their pistol carry bag, the Norb, the not your ordinary range bag. Am I saying that right?
No ordinary range bag.
No ordinary range bag. There we go. And of course, then they come in 3 colors. You have a blue ripstop, the hottest thing in the market right now, the Typhon Cryptic.
Yes.
And the one that I really, really want is the Frog Lube limited edition one.
Yes.
But those are basically the colors. But can you tell people about the Norb and what it is?
Well, again, it was basically out of need and desire of my own that I designed it. After trying to find a bag for months, I had an office job. I would go shooting during lunch. So I didn't necessarily want your standard tool bag, range bag, and everybody knowing, hey, she's headed to the range. And I spent months searching for one. And again, my husband just turned to me one night and he's like, why are you spending all these hours looking for a bag? He's like, make one yourself. I'm like, duh. So I did. I talked with other women shooters as well as myself and kind of came up with a checklist of if we had the perfect bag, what would it be? And basically sat down and designed it and spent about a year going through the design process, prototype process, and what took the longest was finding basically a USA-made company that, to work with, and I thank my lucky stars for finding Honor Point. I love working with them. So, basically, this is it. Hey!
I love the Cryptic Typhon.
Thank you, me too. So yeah, that's kind of how it got. The idea again was formed out of need, and a lot of women are. It's kind of amazing me the emails I get. I've had women using it as a concealed carry diaper bag, and concealed carry bags. Period. It's big enough that a laptop will fit in it. I myself use mine specifically as a range bag, and it will handle the weight of everything you need for the range.
No, absolutely, and for those that might be watching on YouTube, there'll be a link below. You can click on. I have a video review on the Norb. For those listening, check the show notes on our website, and I'll put a link into the video. I absolutely love the Norb. Now, I know that people might say, oh, okay, for one, this bag, and I'm saying it, this bag is not just for women. I absolutely loved this bag. I mean, everything on there, the stitching is absolutely top notch. The design and function of the bag is top notch. It looks great, especially the Cryptic Typhon. So for one, anybody that says, "Oh, this is for a women's range bag," that's false. I'm going to say that first. But and you were right. This could literally be a school bag. It could be a range bag. It could be. I put my 13.3-inch MacBook in it. It fits, and I think that was also with two pistols. You can carry two pistols, two mags. It's got different pouches. Can you kind of give, maybe be better for you to do it? Can you give us a rundown of what all the Norb has inside and what it carries and what it does?
Well, yeah. I literally, when I carry my 1911 and my SIG 380 in it. So naturally, I'm carrying two kinds of ammo. So I'll have like 6 boxes of ammo in there. My eyes, my ears. I myself have long hair, so of course I got to carry like little hand tie or hair ties and all kinds of girly stuff. Of course, it's not just a girly bag, but you know, got to have space for the girly stuff. My cell phone, again, some of the deals like the mesh pouch that I kind of designed for a phone to go in. Again, you can put anything in there, but for my needs, when I was going to the range, I needed to be able to see my phone so that I knew it was time to pack up and get back to work. So I needed to be able to see the screen. Hence why those pouches are mesh, so you can see that kind of stuff. It has a range pad built into it with slipknot fabric on it. You have the two compartments for handguns, which are Velcroed. So, you know, if you are carrying it as a concealed carry bag or with your laptop in it, nobody will know your guns are in there. But with the ambidextrous zipper, you have access to them quickly if you needed it. So you have those 2 pouches, you have the main pouch, and then you have all the little goodie pouches on the outside.
And I do want to mention too is on the outside that there's 2 metal clips. They're not like plastic, or they're not cheapy or anything along the lines like that. It is metal. And probably one of my favorite parts about the Nord bag was when you talk about the ambidextrous zipper on it. And I want to clarify with that means you can get stuff from the outside. So if you have it shut and the clips are locked on the outside, you still have a zipper kind of on the inside of the Norb to where you can access a firearm. And I mentioned it in my video, is it might not be the design use, but it would be a really, really good concealed carry bag because kind of like you just talked about the design, it doesn't really look like your normal tool range bag. And that's what I really liked about it.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because originally the point of the zipper was when I get to the range and I got to get out my driver's license and pay for the lane and get my eyes and ears out, I didn't have to open the bag to get to that stuff. The zipper was there so you have access to everything in the bag. But from a concealed carry standpoint, it's like perfect because it makes no difference which way you carry. If you carry on the left or carry on the right, cross body, straight body, you can get to everything.
No, absolutely. And again, you talked about the room. You can carry 2 full-size handguns in this, no doubt, easy. I ran an M&P in my Sigma, 2 basically full-size, fit just fine. And I think what I put in my video, I think I put like 300 or 400 rounds of ammo in there,
yeah.
And there was still more room. I think I even threw an AK mag in there just for fun to show how much room. So again, and it's all slimline. It looks good, and again, I really go back to that point of it doesn't really look like a range bag. So if you're at the range, hey, everybody's gonna be like, hey, what's that? That looks cool. And then if you're anywhere else, it's just like a normal bag.
Oh, hey, speaking of the AK mag thing, just another little plug here, by the way. Actually, the cell phone pouch was designed not just to fit almost any phone, but the MS Clean kit fits perfectly in there, and that was actually designed that way.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm a big fan of the MS Clean kit. In fact,
ditto.
For those that are watching on video, you can actually see it right there. Oh, okay, I'll grab it. See, for those who are watching, here's my MS Clean kit. I love this thing. I use it for so many different things.
Yeah, mine's in my bag.
And we will have Peter on for him to talk about it. But again, guys, you guys really got to check out this bag. Again, hey, if this would be a really good present for anybody, not just women, for a bag, and again too, and it looks good. So, and that's usually a little more important to women than guys, but Still good.
Well, and we're going to come out with it in other colors. And one goal is to also come out with it in leather. Now,
Oh.
yeah, which will be really nice.
Will there be cryptic Highlander? That's my kind of that's what I'm into right now.
It's been discussed. It's been
Okay.
discussed.
All right. And maybe we might not be able to give it away here too, but there are some other Norbs coming out too. So you have a lot of big things going on with the Norb here. It's not just you're not looking just to make this two. You're looking to expand and build your line and make everything as best as you can.
Yeah, I actually have 4 different variations / sizes of it designed.
Oh,
So
awesome.
it's going to be a whole series.
Okay, awesome. Well,
Yeah.
when those come out, when one of those comes out, please come back on, and I would love to talk about it with you.
You'll be first, of course.
All right. So again, guys, please check out Offhand Gear. Make some awesome shirts, and then of course the Norb. Everybody that I've seen, and maybe you can talk about this too, is every video review I've seen and every article write-up, because it's been in several magazines, 4 or 5 magazines, it's blown away everybody, hasn't it?
Yeah, it was really surprising it shot. We've been in, well, it's in this month's Combat Handguns magazine,
Awesome.
and it was in Concealed Carry a couple months ago, and Milsim Mag, it'll be in their next magazine, and yeah, it's been in quite a few, actually.
Yeah,
It's
and
pretty cool.
yeah, you were swamped at SHOT Show. So because I was hoping to come by and hang out with you, and we were gonna shoot a video at SHOT Show, and you were just swamped. I mean, people were lined up. You were in the Froglu booth. I don't want to say this, but you may have been a little bit busier at times than Froglu. You were very busy.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But there was some cool stuff because you had Lionheart Industries in that booth, which love, love, love Lionheart.
Yep.
And then of course Frog Lube, which is huge to begin with. And then there was also Lantac in there
Yep.
booth, and then myself. So it was so much fun because they were all the coolest people to hang out with, and all just really cool, innovative products. So, naturally our booth was very media busy because, again, Lantac, Lionheart, Frog Loop, all innovative.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it made it easy for you guys, right? One-stop
That's
shop
right.
for the innovative stuff.
That's right. Yes, and thank you too. That's where I met Larry from Frog Loop and did a video with him. But we'll wrap it up here, guys. Again, please check out Offhand Gear. What's your website again, Sandy?
www.offhandgear.com.
Awesome. And Facebook, Twitter, all of those things, right?
Yep, it's just the /offhand gear.
All right. And Instagram. We're big fans of Instagram here.
Yes, we love Instagram. Instagram's fun.
All right, guys. So again, please check out Offhand Gear. At least go like their Facebook page. Go check out their stuff because I can tell you it's all really high quality. I've personally had my hands on it. It's awesome stuff. So, Sandy, thank you so much for joining us today. I think this is a product that everybody needs to know about because, again, the Norb is just fantastic.
Thank you.
Yep. So for all of our listeners out there, do you know of another really cool company like Offhand Gear that should be featured on Practically Tactical on Target? If so, email me at nick@firearmsradio.tv with your suggestion. So that wraps up another episode of Practically Tactical on Target, brought to you by the Firearms Radio Network. Thanks for listening.